It's your boy Mike. Welcome back to another Dragon Ball Gekishin Squadra video. Now, the last time we actually talked about this subject was back when Super Saiyan 3 Goku came out. And it's funny because in that video, I feel like I said that he did not really feel pay to win just because of how many issues he had in terms of counters that could be done, right? Like Super Saiyan 3 Goku was definitely one of the better DPS characters, but if we go ahead and check some of the other damage characters, there was a lot of people who had counters to him. Like Super Saiyan Goku, for example, right? Super Saiyan Goku had it where he can use his Meteor Hammer, and if he does that with his Kaioken, he can go ahead and get the Shockwave and then stagger the Goku. So because of that, you can hit him out of his Kamehameha, right? Or other characters like 18 could also just burst down Super Saiyan 3 Goku and sort of counter him in that way. Kale, another person who, while not having any escape options, if you were stuck in that Kamehameha and then Kale used their energy sphere as well as their blaster shot or their skill 3 into skill 1, you were dead. You know, like there was a lot of those different types of counters for that character, which is why at the time I said no, Super Saiyan 3 Goku wasn't really pay to win because of how much stuff can counter him. But now more characters have come out, and while Topo is not that good, while Gotenks is not the best technical in the game, that was just in season 1. And then we go into season 2 and it's gotten 10 times worse. We now have 2 heroes who are genuinely just cuts above the rest. The number one I almost said DPS. The number 1 tank in the game right now is Vegeta, Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. He has the most amount of health out of any other tank. He has the most amount of survivability because of the fact that his kick lasts 10 years with his stun, because of the fact that when he's using his barrier wall, he can't be hit and blocks the energy wave attacks while also having extra HP and also being unstoppable. His final shine attack can push people off bosses and is able to secure bosses very, very easily because of that, because you allow your team to be able to push in and take the bosses while you're able to push the enemies backwards. And it's just very, very silly, right? And then we go over to the brand new Ultimate Gohan, and it's kind of the same thing. Gohan has it where it's so funny when his video first dropped, and you can actually see it down here, his original stuff that he needed was 3 of those ticks in order for you to be able to stagger and weaken the enemy. Now they made it where it's only 2. So not only do you stagger them, you apply physical defense and energy defense down. And it's so easy to do that because of the fact that his skill 1 and skill 2 have such little cooldowns. And his 3, while having a major cooldown, I think it's like 20 or 30 seconds or something like that, but you can use it to spam another skill while it's also on cooldown and enhance the amount of damage that it does. And I think it also like increases like how much it like, yeah, let's look at this part. After this, activating the skill after power unleashing pushback even further implies movement speed down. And then the second one does extra damage, and targets knocked into a wall will take even more damage on top of that if you do the potential unleashed. So it's like he's already an annoying person because of how much he stuns, but then you make it where like he has insanely low cooldowns, and it's just it's annoying. Also, his like, while his skill 1 and skill 2 I feel like don't really do a lot of damage, his super attack can just genuinely, like, I think Bebop talked about it when he was first testing the character on release. If you have max snowball stacks and you use your super attack, you can kill a fully built up Super Saiyan Vegeta with like all of his armor on just ult alone. And that was Super Saiyan 1 Vegeta. That's a tank character. Use it on anyone else, they're like dead. And granted, like, that's with all the stacks on Super Snowball, but like, still, the damage that this super attack does is insane. It's super duper crazy. And it's just like, we run back into this situation of, so what's the counter? When we talked about Super Saiyan 3 Goku, well, what was his counter? It was just close range. Where am I stupid? Where is he? There he is. While Super Saiyan 3 Goku does have a lot of counters, I like, at least he had them, right? So any close range combat, that's where Super Saiyan 3 Goku kind of faulted at, right? And even still, he's still like pretty decent at, even now. Like, I still think he is not the best DPS, but he is probably the second best DPS, right? And they actually came out with like the win rates, and Super Saiyan 3 Goku was on like half of those teams, which is pretty funny for the season 1 ranking rewards, right? Or not ranking rewards, but like the ranking statistics. But again, we talk about Super Saiyan 3 Goku, he has the counters of close range combat. We talk about Topo, another character who released in season 1, and even though he had his this was like one of the most broken abilities about him because of how much damage it does, especially early game, the counter to him was the fact that he can be knocked and stunned out of it. Also, the other skills are like actual dog shit, I'm not even gonna lie. But again, Topo was just a person who, like, if you increase the damage on his 1 and 2, he would still be countered in the fact that he is a person who needs to continuously fight the enemy. He is not a burst damage unit. He is a person who deals damage over time. And on top of that, he can get countered a lot easier late game, right? Like, he falls off a lot late game. So that was like his main fault. We look at the other character who was released, and it's Gotenks, right? And Gotenks is I probably shouldn't close that, but it's fine. Gotenks' stuff that countered him was a mechanic that every single person had. Dodging. You use your vanish step, right? And you could escape his 1. You could escape his 2 because of the fact that, like, it is such a long build-up time, and the AoE is pretty small at lower levels. The only thing that was semi-broken about him was his super ghosts and his super ghost kamikaze attack. But even then, a lot of the times with his super attack, you can just walk out of it. But like, even then, it can still be broken, right? Especially late game and like max levels and all that. But his super ghost was like the main thing that I would say was like broken about him. And even then, that like you could break that with beam attacks, right? But again, like this person had direct counters that everyone had just because of vanish step. And we go ahead and we start looking at all of the new characters that came out this season, right? What is outplaying Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta? What is his counter? What are you supposed to do in order to counter this guy? His skill 2, the amount of clips that I've seen people have where they will show Vegeta's skill 2, clipping them and stunning them against the wall is insane. And they buffed this guy. The stun here isn't even what the actual stun is in game, right? How are you supposed to counter Vegeta's wall? You might be saying, well, go around it. Go around it and attack Vegeta. Well, he gains unstoppable. He gains extra HP. It's not like you can knock him out of it. The amount of extra HP that he gets is so insane. And it adds on top of the fact that he's one of the biggest HP characters in the game. So how are you supposed to stop Vegeta's barrier wall? His most balanced move is his 1. And all that does is just pull people closer to him, right? Like, there are times in fights where 4 people will be surrounding Vegeta, and you genuinely just have to say, it's not worth it to kill this guy because of the fact that he is just going to not kill, but he is going to waste your time and stop you from doing whatever you need to do. Like if you need to go for objective, if you need to go for boss, if you need to go for towers, if you need to go for anyone else on the team, he will stop you from doing that. So it's like you can't, excuse me, you can't pick this guy off. And it's upsetting. It really is upsetting. And we go to Ultimate Gohan, and we already kind of talked about what made him so OP. But like, what are you supposed to do when you're trying to run away, and then boom, he just fucking rolling hammers your back? Oh, you're just supposed to play. You're just supposed to play defensively, man. Like, I obviously participated in the tournament, and obviously if you guys haven't seen, we got our fucking asses handed to us as soon as we got into the actual tournament itself. But like, it was. I feel like this is a testament to how broken this character is, right? Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. If we go ahead and look at the Asia servers for a second, right? The Asia tournament. Let's go ahead and look at every single one of the teams, right? That we have. So we have first team. The top 16 teams, Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta is on one of the team. And granted, they lost. The team that had Cooler on it won. So, like, you could say that like Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta isn't like the game winning button in a sense, but the first round was lost in terms of that, right? We go into the next match. What's the team looking like? Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta and Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. Okay. That's the top 8. Okay. Well, surely top 4 is going to be something different, right? Like surely it's not going to be just the same thing, right? Huh. Semifinals is Super Saiyan 4 and Super Saiyan 4. All right. Well, what about like the finale, right? What about the finale? Maybe it's something different, right? Let's. This is the semifinal, so hold on. Super Saiyan 4 and Super Saiyan Vegeta, but Super Saiyan 4 is still there. Wait, didn't we just look at semifinals? Oh, I guess it was the. Oh, that's right. They streamed the other semifinals. I'm a little bit of an idiot sometimes. Okay, but let's go ahead and look at the actual finals, the grand finale. Okay. It's the Cooler that we saw that was kicking ass. And it's Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. Interesting. Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta was in every single team. In every single match, Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta was on at least one team. And there were multiple matches that had both Super Saiyan 4 Vegetas. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. And again, I'm not saying that you can't win without Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta on your team, right? Like, the first match of the grand finales, there was multiple, but the first match of the grand finale was on the Super Saiyan Vegeta, right? Like Super Saiyan Vegeta's team won that. But then we go into the next match, right? We go into the grand finale match 2, I believe it is right here. And I think they lose, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, they lose. So what do you think they did? They swapped over to Super Saiyan 4. So again, this is not a knock on the Asian team, of course. I am just saying that it is very funny that they won the first match, they lost the second match, and I guess to make sure, in a sense, that they won, they swapped over and they made sure to pick Super Saiyan 4. And I'm almost positive that team won. Yeah. Like, it's just funny to me. It's just funny to me. But we go over to the NA side, and it's even worse. Like, again, well, I'm gonna skip past it because this is like a moment of humiliation for me. But Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, first match, what is it? Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta's on both sides of the tournament. All right, let's go to the next match here. Top 8. Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta's on both sides. Interesting. Okay. Well, surely top 4 will be different. Surely something's going to be switched up. Nope, it's Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta on both sides. Okay, well, what about the last, what about the best players in NA? What do they run? What are the number? Oh, no, this is semifinals. This is still top 4. Guess what? 2 Super Saiyan 4 Vegetas, by the way. And then we go into the last, where we go into the actual grand finale. And guess what? It's 2 Super Saiyan 4s. And it's so fucking stupid because it shouldn't be like that, right? Like, season 1. Yes, Khalifa was like the GOAT of tanks, right? But I still felt like, and you could even argue that Cooler was still decent and better in certain situations than Khalifa, right? Because of that, like, even on the Asian side, right? They had it where a Cooler was one of the top players. And it was like Cooler was like the offense and Khalifa was like the defense, right? And I think that Khalifa kind of won a little bit. Like I had Khalifa, I think, a bit above Cooler just because of the fact that Khalifa does the tanking job better. But if you liked the offensive side and wanted to do more offensive based things, Cooler was your guy. And now it's like Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta or bust. And that's sad. Because not only does that hurt as like a spectator, I guess you could say, or a watcher of these type of events, because it's the same shit each time. But also because of the fact that it sucks when you play against them too. Like, we had it where it's like the same thing over and over again. And what used to be a clash of what playstyle do you like more? Do you like the offense or the defense side? Has just become a thing of, do you have $8? Do you have $8 on you? That's your meta. Do you got $8 on you? Are you past tier 31 or do you have $8? And I'm not saying that I want them to make it where these characters are weak as hell when they first come out. I just don't want them to be absurdly broken to the point of you not wanting to play against them, right? And Super Saiyan 3 Goku was a little bit like that because of how fucking long his Super Kamehameha was, right? Like, it was unfun to play. And now we go into Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, who's unfun to play against. You go into Ultimate Gohan, who's unfun to play against. It's like, dude, come on. How is that a thing? How is that a thing that is continuously happening with these season 2 characters? Because I feel like they did it right the first time. Again, Super Saiyan 3 Goku, Gotenks, and Toppo all have some counters in some way. But like Gohan at least, nah, I can't even say, like, I was gonna say like, oh, at least Gohan has a counter because of the fact that he has no like movement based items to get out. But the thing is that like Gohan is like 100% worse to face against the Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, right? Yeah, I think you can argue that for sure. He's just unfun to play against. So I just, and the other thing too, right, is we're locked, we're gridlocked in this because of the fact that they're not going to be doing it. Oh, sorry, it's right here. They're not going to be doing anything for the first 2 weeks. We are fucked with Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta for the first 2 weeks, and we're fucked with Gohan for the first 2 weeks because of the Gekishin Squadra tournament. Do they, where is it? Because like usually I thought it was on the top. Oh, here we go. We are actually fucked until Sunday of Sunday this week. But I don't know. It's sad. It's sad that we have. It's sad that what used to be a thing of depending on what playstyle you would go for different characters to. Because like it's crazy, right? When I was both participating and watching the tournament, it was really crazy to see a lot of these different type of DPS start showing up. Right? Like it wasn't just Super Saiyan Goku and Super Saiyan 3 Goku, right? Or it wasn't just Super Saiyan Goku and like Daima Goku. Like what people DPS that people could argue to be number 1, right? There was people who were playing Bojack, there was people who were playing Kale, there was people who were playing, I guess Gammas were like are the, it's like Super Saiyan Goku and Gammas are what I would consider the top 2 DPS, right? But there was still a lot of other people playing different type of DPS. There was people playing Piccolo, there was people playing fucking all of these options, right? Like Super Saiyan 3 Goku was also in there, I believe. And you actually just don't see that for tanks. Or it's going to be technicals like that in a fucking little bit, dude. The next tournament is going to be like that if they don't nerf this Gohan. There wasn't that diversity. We saw one or two people on the Asian side do something other than Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, and even then they still swapped to Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta for the final match. And then meanwhile, DPS is like a diverse roster of whichever playstyle suits you best is whichever you're gonna go. Technical, I feel like we saw some Majin Buu, we saw some Gotenkses, we saw a decent amount of hits, we saw some Kid Gohans. Like, as of right now for the tournament, I feel like that was another diverse cast. But then we fucking get Vegeta, and it's like a Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta just is fucking spam. Like, come on, man. But I think without me continuing to ramble on the same points over and over again, like I'm just gonna keep going over the same shit, and I don't want it to be like an hour of me just saying the same thing over. I think I've successfully laid out the points that I had of the state of the game as of right now, right? And whatever, but as like a little, like really quick side note, whatever we're seeing in the tournament is obviously what people are going to be seeing in game, right? But that was more so just to show you guys, like, this is what the top people in the game are using. So keep that in fucking mind, that when you're seeing Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta 20 billion times, that we're also suffering here too. Because we have to see the same shit over and over again. So yeah, I think that's what we'll call it. But let me know what you guys think. Thank you all for watching. Hope you guys have a great rest of your week, and hope to see you guys in the next one. Peace.